What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Preset channel. So, as you saw in the last video, I am immature, an idiot, and had a squirrel moment. Bam! Bad news. I said that project that I've been trying to get done since April was going to get done this weekend. As you saw on the other channel, the main channel, the Fair Winds and Following Seas, the National Guard did it to me again. They canceled that load, which at least this time I got warning, it's not that big of a deal. However, that load pays really well, which was going to give me the bump that I need to complete that project, or I could have just not done this. So there's that. Anyway, it's still gonna happen. I have all the parts for it. I went and confirmed. Everything is in my closet in the house, and it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of, it's gonna cost me somewhere around $1,000 to $1,500 to do it on top of what I've already got. So it's coming, and I have looked all over the internet. I cannot find anything close to what I'm doing. It's going to be one of one, so that's neat. Now, this guy. First off, it was set up for dual batteries, so I went ahead, threw a second battery on. I also wired the winch in and tested it. It works. I went and got the last bit of hardware that I need to mount the seats in the back here. The seats are in the house. I vacuumed them out because I found them in a junkyard, let's be honest. Vacuumed them out, OxyClean, scrubbed, vacuumed, scrubbed, vacuumed, and now they're on their final dry. Today is Wednesday. I just finished the video walking through the Streetwalker, so I hope you guys enjoyed that one, those of you that are over here from that channel. And Thursday, tomorrow, I'm gonna go register this at DMV, and then take the Streetwalker and go get the trailer I'm dispatched on, bring it back home. Friday, going to finish up with getting the seats installed in this, go out to the four-wheel parts warehouse here, get a couple things I need, like a ground anchor, just a basic winch kit, a snatch block, the ground anchor, soft straps for if I come around any trees, which if I go east, I know there's no trees out that way. I'm told if I take the western, go play in that area out west, there's going to be some trees, and looks like I've got probably 4 or 5 guys right now saying that they're going with me. Some of them are bringing their families, so this is going to be cool. We'll see what this thing can do, and if it dies, well, one of the guys has a trailer and he lives pretty close, so great. Nothing like testing on it real good, right? Anyway, like I said, she's ready to go, and batteries are actually secured, tied down. It only had the one, and that one was not secured, it was just floating, so now they're both tied down with real tie-down bracketry. Got them wired up right, and I did them in parallel, so it's still a 12-volt system, positive to positive, negative to negative. I did not make it a 24, because bad. But now I've got 2 batteries, because winch. Awesome. Anyway, I am gonna finish cleaning up my mess here from working on this thing, and I'll see you guys on the weekend. So for you it'll be a couple seconds, for me it'll be like 3 days. All right. I'll see you then. All right, so not the typical sight on this channel is the Streetwalker, but we're doing some work on the Suburban. We're working on the Streetwalker all morning. She's done, just finished the oil change. Ran it for about 10 minutes, let the oil get all hot, let it all drain back down. Gonna go make sure the level is just right. And check the oil on this thing, it's good. Had a loose transmission line, the vacuum control module. I noticed that when it didn't want to shift until you got almost all the way up in RPM. So that should be fixed now. I just got that hooked back up. Putting a little heat into, well, I haven't really decided what to name this thing. I'm kind of thinking about Schism, and you can go ahead and look that up if you want. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not real positive. Anyway, like I said, letting it warm up a little bit. Gonna double check the transmission. I already checked the coolant. It's completely ready for tomorrow. Streetwalker, assuming that the oil level is right, which I still have some left if I need to add some more. She's completely ready to go. Should not have any more issue with check engine lights like I'd been having. She should be completely ready. I'm trying to talk over the exhaust on this thing because it's not stupid loud, but it's loud. Had some electrical issues, got those sorted out. Now, when you get this cheap of a vehicle, you got to kind of expect these kind of problems, right? But the beauty about this old school Chevy here is that with this toolkit that I paid $37.99 for, I could disassemble this entire truck, front to back, just about every single nut and bolt, except for like maybe the big bumper bolts. But you can completely tear this apart with that simple toolkit. I had a high lift jack already. It came with this spare. It's just a little bit shorter than the tires that are on it. So in the event that I have to use the spare, it has to go onto the front, regardless of if I got a flat in the back. That tire has to go in the front because you don't want your differential at highway speeds to have different size tires. Also got a 20-foot snatching strap, a 10-foot tree saver to go with the winch that I have on the front of this thing. I also ordered a ground anchor. I was hoping I could find one in stock. Couldn't. So I ordered one. It'll be in next week, which is why we have the sledgehammer. Ground anchor, it's, for those of you that don't, it's kind of like, it makes a winch point where there isn't one. And it just kind of dives into the ground. I'll show you guys next time I take the Suburban out and go play. Also got a snatch block. And I was looking, these D-rings are only rated for 9,500 pounds or something like that, which is just about exactly the weight of this Suburban. So I put those in the back just so they're there. Got the quick recovery hook as well. But in the event that I actually have to use the winch, I'm mired in real good. This thing is rated at 27,000 pounds. And typically, you just grab a D-ring and hook it into your snatch block, right? Well, this little feller is rated to 34,000 pounds. And it goes through the same eye hole right here on the snatch block, just like a normal D-ring would. So, I got that. It was like $12 more than another D-ring. Extra $12 just to know that I have more than what I'm gonna need. Sounds good to me. And like I said, I ordered that ground anchor. So with everything I have in here and that ground anchor, we will be completely ready to go. I don't see there being much of anything that will stop us. So that puts this thing, I'll organize that when I have both hands. That puts this thing ready to go. Like I said, I'm just waiting for it to get warm so I can confirm that the transmission is good. And then we're completely ready to go play tomorrow. Streetwalker is all ready to go. So if we get back in a decent time tomorrow, I might just take off then. If not, I'll be out of here first thing Monday morning. All right, I'm gonna finish up this last little bit and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning in that. All right, so here we are. Morning of, it's Sunday by the way. And well, we're gonna start by trying to put a little heat in this thing. so we can get the windows defrosted. We're gonna pray it starts. As long as she stays running. Now, keep in mind, like the guy that I got this from, he said it had sat for almost 2 months. So the gas in it is probably really bad. I've been trying to idle it a lot, drive it around when I can, test things out and whatnot. Trying to burn that down. We're just under a quarter tank now. Gonna go fill it up. That should help a lot of this. And it's probably due for a good tune-up. So we'll take a look at that next time I'm home. We just kind of ran out of time yesterday because that project took way more time than I was expecting. And by the time I got done, it was already like 4 o'clock. And, well, I was hurt. Those of you that have been following for a while, I have a bunch of issues medically, and that's why I'm no longer in the service. So my body was done. So I just called it a day. There, she's leveled out. She's idling. Let her sit there, go in, finish getting myself ready, finish getting the family ready, and then we're off, and I'll see you guys out in the mud. One thing I wanted to point out real quick. Child sitting in the seat, dog bed, and all this room. Come here, boy. Come here. All that room. Stay. All right. Now I'll see you at the mud. So, you wouldn't think it, but right over there is quite the hill. Probably about a 7-8% grade. And the old Battle Wagon made it up just fine. This is slicker than snot. We're just out here having a good time, and I'll continue to update you guys as the day goes on. All right, so right when we got here, we figured out that one wasn't going to work. We had another guy show up. He was a little bit late getting here, but we still all managed to have a good time. And the Battle Wagon here is absolutely proven herself. Been in 2-wheel drive almost the whole day. Only had to use 4-wheel a couple times. But just out here having a good time. And, well, for those of you that have been watching this channel for a while, it's nice to just kind of take a day for me. I've had, in the last year, I've had 4 or 5 days maybe where I just sat and really didn't do anything. And to have a day where I actually go out and have something fun and bring the family. And while, yeah, all these guys are a part of the club, it's not a club function. We're just out having a good time. So we're going to keep on playing around here, see how she does. We've already pretty well conquered all of these hills out here. Apparently there's some stuff out that way that we're going to go take a peek at. And we'll see how that goes. And I'll catch you there. Okay, so we made it back home. We wound up not making it up into those mountains. We had a little bit of a misstep, if you will. Missed the turn, and by the time we realized we were back to the interstate, so we just said, screw it, we're gonna go ahead and just call it a night and head home. So here we are, we're home. Everyone made it out, no one broke anything, everything went well, everything was peaceful and great. And we did find some faults in the Suburban, both of which, well, one of which I knew was a problem, and the other one I was pretty sure was going to be a problem. None of them are major, but the transfer case is shot. You can hear it eat itself when you are under a heavy load in 4-wheel drive. But it's the NP241, known to be fairly weak, and I have every intention of stuffing an NP205 in its place. So that'll solve that. And she needs gears. She needs gears in a bad way. If I had to guess, it's probably somewhere around a 308 gear, because 3-speed automatic, and in first gear, it'll do 40 to 45 before redline. That's a really tall gear. So that's a problem. Or 12 valve swap. To make an adapter plate, you can bolt a Turbo 400 to a 12 valve. That's something to think about, and then I wouldn't have to worry about gears. It still needs a locker, but things to think about. Anyway, I'm sorry I couldn't get you guys some better shots, but a lot of it was up and down. Well, it was all up and down fairly steep hills, and wife wasn't comfortable driving this as hard as you would need to get up those hills. She's only been off-roading once in her life. You guys saw that on an older video on this channel. Maybe that was my other channel. No, it was an older video when we very first got that Jeep, and that's her only experience off-road. So she wasn't comfortable thrashing on this as hard as needed to get through the areas that we were in. As you can tell, it wasn't exactly a little walk in the park. So she wasn't comfortable driving it. I wasn't going to make her run up and down the hills. So I didn't really get I didn't get any footage of this thing out driving. But now that we know where these places are, we know what this is capable of doing off-road, those videos will be coming, because we're definitely going to do that again, because that is awesome. I haven't gone out and played hard like that off-road since 2005. I think it was 2005. So that was much needed. I had a blast, and we'll definitely be doing it again. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I just finished my live video on my other channel, and I promised you guys this video was coming out. So I'm going to go ahead, finish this up here, get this edited while I get the pressure washer out to clean this thing, and I got to clean the street walker because tomorrow we're back to work. So you guys take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.